Hi. Hi. Oh, you're so fast. Hello. Alright, so last time we left at your eyes are swollen. Take care, I guess. Good luck. Last time we were left at wanting to solve the case of this time thing. Let's see what happens now. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. Now it's time for Daru and I to head to Daibiru. Guess it's a place. There's going to be a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Tenki University. Hey, I've been waiting. Oh, thank you. Seems I have a mail. Let's see. Mayuri. You know, I'm really sad. Oh, wait, I thought I went through this last time. Okay, send the mail. Alright, blah blah blah. Summer credits, basically we have to attend seminar and write a report. Alright, come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. Behind me is the large, unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara Station. The building is under police barricade. No one is allowed to approach, but from a distance, the object appears to be some kind of satellite. As we cross the overpass that connects UPX and Daibiru, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. I guess they're here for the satellite. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around Akiba. I don't know what garishly means. I guess it's something like well dressed, because Akihabara usually is, you know, people who are younger and, you know, likes anime and all that. Everyone is walking towards the main street, which is cordoned off. Daru, aren't you going to check out Radican? No point, can't get close. I've been following the news online though. There's already 100 threads about it on ad channel. It's huge, man. Also, that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. We enter Daibiru and take the elevator to the 5th floor ATF Assembly Hall. Man, feel that AC. I'm alive. Same, I know, right? I feel you too. I love Japanese style. Japanese style, you mean the clothing or what? Unlike the lab, Daibiru has air conditioning. Yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar. I understand, me too. About the phone wave, again name subject to change. I might have found our answer. You know that name subject to change thing is really annoying. But you know, it has to be changed, man. I won't give in that easily, even if no other lab members use name subject to change. I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. Clothes. I see. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, their style is quite nice. Now is not the time. So when is your latest ridiculous theory? What do you mean? Ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility. Even those a lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call that ridiculous. So basically you are just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science, you know? This game looks like Danganronpa. Yeah, I agree. WTF is name subject to change. Oh, so this foam wave thing, right? It's a new product they're making, and then like the other members decided to call it foam wave, but since the product is not fully ready yet, so this main character is like, we don't use that name when it's fully done. So he keeps adding name subject to change to like, tell everyone that this is not the final name. This name sucks, all that shit. Something like that. Daru, I have a hunch that the foam wave, again name subject to change, may be the key to opening Steins gate. How's that? I don't know what Steins what? You lost me back at ridiculous, man. Yeah, Steins what? I wouldn't know too. Tell me. God damn it. A chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor. The elevator doors open slowly. As we step out the elevator... Ouch. Ugh. Bruh. I bump into someone. I quickly grab that person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm so sorry. Hey, なんだと? What? なんだと? I know it. It's a girl. And I recognize her. Yeah, that's her. You. Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Oh, it wasn't yesterday. It was 3 hours ago. Okay. Makise Kurisu. Is there something wrong? Kurisu frowns and tries to back away. But I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow! You should be dead. Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single blood stain on her clothes, and they are the same ones she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet, as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a scratch. Hey! That hurts! Let me go! Dude. Kurisu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a very glare. Alive. Yeah, I know. Quite surprising. I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief. Tenet she revived. Interesting theory. What's wrong with you? You okay? But that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. That again? Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? What, a week ago? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine, man. You know, that message, was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it, which means it came from the future. What? Oh boy. No one likes Daru. I'm gonna get attacked, I don't know. It's too soon to tell like I like him or not. Let's just say that. It came from the future? It sounds like something you read on the internet, Daru. It's rare for you to talk about ridiculous theories. No. The date was definitely a week later. It came from the 28th. Oh wait, that's today. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. What the fuck? Received on 21st, sent on 28th? What the fuck? What? But if this, wait, what? But if this happened, then why didn't he tell me, like when he received it last time? That's kind of weird. Okay, wait. Okay. He's right. That the email was sent from my phone. He received it on 21st of 12:56, but it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. It was split into 3 mails. Someone stabbed. Bad Makise Kurisu Dome. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? And it looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content though. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. But I sent 1 mail, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago? Interesting. Suddenly Kurisu is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. I'm surprised she's still here. Bunch of weirdo like us. Like she's trusting us. Oh right, the emails is not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is, why is she still alive? Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I'm a mad scientist. Bruh. I timidly reach out to Kurisu's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky, quite the cuticles. That's fucking weird, man. Sounds like some weird substance. She has substance. Of course, she's not a ghost. How silly of me. Thank you for streaming. Why? Thank you for joining. Oh, Okarin. I don't think that's a good idea, man. I poke Kurisu's cheek with my fingers. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one. I'm not interested in the story because it's a bit too dragged out. Yeah, it's a novel, so I get what you mean. Oi! Hey, wait a minute. You already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulders before being pushed away. It's fucking weird, man. And I still doubted that she had substance. That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Radican? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucination? Just like that mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds? This requires further investigations. I grabbed the hem of her blouse and slowly lifted. Bruh, bruh, bruh. You trying to get yourself arrested? I just want to know the truth. I stare straight back at Kurisu as she trembles with anger, and I lift her blouse a little higher. Bruh, are you serious? The fuck? What truth? You hentai? Are you idiot? Wanna die? She pushes my hand away. Of course that's the reaction. What are you expecting, man? What the fuck? Louis Chan's famous line for the win. Okay, we... Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kuritu. I know what I saw. No way. Did you just see my underwear? Oh boy. Oh boy. Kurisu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down. Bruh, are you serious? What the fuck? No, you fool. Not that. Bruh, are you serious? What the fuck? Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, someone killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explained everything that I saw. What? Wait? Dr. Nakabachi? What are you talking about, Okarin? Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled? What? What the fuck? Cancelled? Koki eye? What's Koki eye? Oh, her eyes look like Koki? Yeah, because of the satellite crash. I mean, it makes sense, but the satellite crash wasn't there before. What the fuck? Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I'm assuming someone saved her from certain death by crashing the satellite, maybe? I don't know. I don't like how long Nakabachi is to say. I know, right? I always like blah blah blah, blah, you know. Thanks for the loves, I guess. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy? Excuse me. My name is Hyoen Kyomura. Really, man? You're hopeless, man. Well, a whip calls you hopeless, man. How hopeless are you, man? Oh my god. Alright, Hoin-san. I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands that I'm not lying. That's good. But I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation though. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall. Makise-san, it's almost time. That's how his voice is like. Huh? Oh right, thank you. Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and head towards the small conference room. We should go too. Go where? To hear the lecture, that, right. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius Makise Kurisu need to attend a lecture like this? I don't think she's the genius in this reality. Let's just call it reality for now. Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. Oh, okay. Oh, she's here to give the speech. Okay, cool. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me to speak today. Ah, she's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius Makise Kuritsu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. It's not her? Sus. So you're saying like some kind of kaki bunshin juster? According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. Why Daru knows that? Fuck man. Sus. Oh, she didn't come. I first heard about her that when Daru pointed her out in a gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. Ah, cool. I've forgotten all about it. It's my first time giving a speech like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. Yoroshiku, something like that. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. Taru is sus. Yeah, no right. Fucking I don't want to know what he's thinking of. And Kurisu gave me a sharp look. Just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? Well, of course you know what you did, man. What the fuck? When I returned her stares, she quickly averts her eyes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever. I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned that at Radhikan how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I will try my best. What the fuck, maybe you shouldn't accept the invitation then. Time travel? Ooh. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Of course. Objection! Great. Huh? Bruh. Hey, why did my character is like this? Every member of the audience, not just Kuritsu, is startled by my interruption. Oh my god. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not the one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. I don't know what drivel means. It's presumptuous of you to claim that time travel is absurd. Ocarin, you magnificent fool. Standing at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. Oh my god. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Obviously, you did that before and it happened, and you did that now again. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. I guess it'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. Oh, duh. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I've heard about the cosmic string theory at least. Maybe you should do more homework, you know. Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory, elementary particle ring and laser theory, direct antiparticle theory. Not bad, bruh. Obviously, she's the girl genius, not you, man. Perhaps Makise Kurisu is a worthy rival after all, bruh. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict with each other. Well, what if someone comes out with a 12th model? Right. Well, it could be contradicted by the 13th model. Well, couldn't it be? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Bruh, touche, genius girl. Suddenly I feel eyes on me. Some puffed out professors are giving me the hard looks from across the room. Well, of course. Maybe I got too carried away. Oh, this is the third time you're saying it, man. Can you oh my god. I think second or third time, man. Can you learn your own lesson? Oh my god. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. Please do. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionth of a second farther into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. That is true. For example, if you could run at near the speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast as for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand? Hyoin Hyoma. Why are you singling me out? Well, duh. I'm doing the best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kurisu wants to pick a fight. Please don't say anything bad, oh my god. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. Yeah, expose your weep shit, right? You piece of shit. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. But there's not really time travel, is it? Interesting. Now a professor calmly makes an objection. Cool. Finally. True, Makise Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel per se. Yeah, it's more like I move faster instead of time travel. I mean, the times for me still goes forward, right? Yeah. But I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refuse an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. The genius girl readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet Makise Kuritsu's giving up an aura of gutsiness that says, I can take this guy on. Then what about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see the light from tens of thousands years ago, can you? That's not time travel either. What time will you end the stream, by the way? Probably an hour or two. I'm not sure. But is there anything wrong? This time, it's a nearby student who objects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kuritsu look a little nervous just now? Well, technically, she wasn't saying what people want to hear, I guess. But she was right though. Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? Faster than light. The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. Nothing wrong. I woke up really early, so I'm getting slightly sleepy. Yeah, I'll probably do an hour or something then. Like yeah, around 1:30 maybe. Let's quickly get through this part, I guess. A string-shaped crevice. That must be how they enter our universe. How they enter our universe. Blah blah blah. Sure. But do cosmic strings really exist? The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. When you pass through an area of angular deficit, transit time becomes zero. But this is space travel, right? Not time travel. I feel like. Now, if we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. I get what she meant now. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of zero. Cool. In other words, you will arrive in the past after the transit. If you use two cosmic strings, you could do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same thing as super strings. I know this science part is probably like quite boring, so like I try my best to make it faster. Now then, you need three things in order to time travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves. There's two strings, but to be exact. By the way, they are hybridized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little bit hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move at near light speed. How much energy do you think you need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? Well, I'm pretty sure that it's a little bit more than 1.2 gigawatts. I don't even know what Jigo stands for. This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Well, yeah. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning. With the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Ho-in-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time. Looks like Ho-in-san doesn't want to take the challenge. Bruh. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Ho-in-san, do you know what wormholes are? Well, no, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Whoa, yes, that's correct. Ooh, I got it right. I sighed inwardly in relief. There are two wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. Yes, travel. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. The wormhole collapses on itself due to its immense gravity. Makes sense, makes sense. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter. A substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats when if you leave it on the ground? I guess, maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Kurisu raises her right fist. Say, the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist grabbing force so that I can't squish it anymore. Kurisu opens her fist. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here at Akihabara, and the exit is at Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near speed of light, and once it's there, and we yanked it back to LA. How? Of course, that's the problem. According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning that the hole returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. Makes sense, makes sense. So now, if Ho-in-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrived LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called Urashima effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more. Since the transit time is 0, Ho-in-san will return to Akihabara several years in past. Time travel completed. The prerequisites for a wormhole time travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist. So the implementation of either one will require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now, do you see what I meant when I said that the time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time travel machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler? Like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use, or something? I'm afraid not. Of course not. If it is, then everyone just travel back in time, right? A firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because the fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved. You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass. The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would be suddenly be an extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past that jumped into the current, right? I remember reading in a book that not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. Yeah, makes sense. It didn't say what kind of danger though. If you think that conservation of mass applies to macro systems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? She's laughing at my reaction. That little... God, how mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Oh GG. I didn't know that too. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Not really. Then, what is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. That thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born. As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.00001 chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say that this is the logical conclusion? I would imagine so too, to be honest. There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but those seems too much like fantasy for me to accept. I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kuritsu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kuritsu truly is a genius. Well, duh. I ended up listening to all of Kuritsu's lecture at ATF. After the two time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture, so impressive that you wouldn't think that it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasms. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside though, I saw Makise Kuritsu dead, and yet she's still alive. My memories don't mesh with reality, and not just about Kuritsu. My conversations with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion, it never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I head to Yanabayashi Shrine. Oh my god, man. My mailbox. Alright, I need to get exorcist. Alright, I seriously doubt that the Makise Kurisu at ATF was a ghost. But regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese, it's in our blood. Great. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanda River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Manseibashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine, but that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. Orere, it's Okarin, tuturu. Cool, it's Mayuri again. There are two girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. Oh, the other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Urushiba Luka. What, Luka? What a name. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. Bruh. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief... Bruh, what the fuck? The chief priest's son? Wait, what? Wait, I thought you said Japanese beauty and all that. Wait, what? Is my character gay? Bruh, what the fuck? Alright. That's right, son. Bruh, lovely in every way. But he's a guy. Bruh. That's a bruh moment, man. Oh my god. Big bruh moment there. Good afternoon, Okabe-san. Oh my god. She has a fuck. He has a girl voice too. He bows his head. The voice of a girl. Mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Bruh. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes. But he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. But he's a guy. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. But he's a guy. Bruh, can you not repeat that? Damn, Chikadas won't shut up. But he's a guy. I know, I feel you. Lukako, that blade I gave you. What happened to it? He's a friend of mine. I call him Lukako. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's pedestrian's heaven. It also so happens that Lukado and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Oh boy. Lukako is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. Bruh. I don't know how to feel about this, man. You mean Demon Sword Cemetery? What the fuck? Is this the start of trap culture? Correct. I bought it for you, so you could learn to control your power. Oh yeah! You bought it at Blade Works, right? I think you said it cost 9,800, but 980. Don't say another words. Not anymore. And they will come silence you. They're gonna silence me? Thanks for worrying about me, Okarin. But who are they? I know Mayuri's question. So, Lukako, are you making sure to practice with Samidare like I told you? Hi. I do practice swings once a day. As long as you carry it and master the Seishin-Zanma school of swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Bruh. Demon Sword Samidare may be an imitation sword, but that's only the form it takes to hide from the world. Some Matrix shit again, I see. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included by the way. Cool. Thank you, Okabe-san. It was a wonderful present. My name isn't Okabe. It's Okarin dayo. I'm sorry, Kyoma-san. As long as you understand. Now, speak the words. L Psy Kongaru Kongaru. Hey, no kangaroo. No kangaroo. Kangaroo. Ah, yeah, yes. L Psy Kongaru. Did I get it right? Lukaku smiles happily as I nod. Arigatou gozaimasu. Such a lovely smile. But he's a guy. Bruh. Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. Mayushi is not a fujoshi, but she's getting a little excited. Bruh. Yeah? Mayuri-chan. Don't imagine such things. Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship, I, Hoin Kyoma, have gone to great lengths to teach Lukaku about the evil conspiracies that rule the world and how to resist them. That stuff about demon sword Samidare is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukaku is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, he is always eager to learn new things. Master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though he does have the weakness of not catching on too quickly and being too shy. What are you doing here, Mayuri? I came to see Lukaku. Komima is coming up next month, and I want him to cosplay as Kirari-chan from Lioness, but he won't say yes. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me. But I'm sure you look great in it. The phrase, someone this cute can't be a girl, is really popular, you know? Come on, make your cosplay debut. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looks like she's chosen Lukaku as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on, Lukaku has no problem wearing Miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? But whatever, I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later. But it's really important for Mayushi. And it's trivial to me. Anyway, Lukaku, there's a good reason for my being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism. An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please wait. No. It's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Kanda Shrine. So, with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Samidare? Achigao! Who the hell used a demon sword for exorcism? The usual for exorcism should be obvious. I don't know what it's called, but it's that stick with the zigzaggy paper thingies that the priest does a shaky thingy with. Ahaha, that sounded really dumb. Okarin. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri. Alright. The Onusa. but I don't know if my father will lend it to me. I'll go ask him. Lukaku makes a quick bow, then runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. Cool. There's some plot. Its name is Pockety. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Well, time for me to go to work. Oh, do your best. You are going straight home afterwards? Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we are childhood friends but I live in Ikebukuro too. God. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break began. See you tomorrow. I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off. Wait, Mayuri. Back at Radican, you heard a man scream, right? Scream? Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives me her usual smile. When was that again? This afternoon. I don't think I heard anything. Oh, I see. Alright then. Okarin is a weirdo. Bye bye. Toot-toot-doo. Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. Cool. Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Lukaku returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hands is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for. Dad let me borrow it, thank goodness. Ale? Did Mayuri-chan leave? Don't worry about Mayuri. Begin the exorcism at once, Lukaku. Okay. But do you really want me to do it? What exactly am I exorcising, anyway? Lukaku is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine. It's the evil spirit in my arm. Bro, what the fuck? I grab my violently shaking wrist. Be still, foul spirit. Go! Hurry! Lukaku! It's trying to take over! No way! Please hang in there, Okabe-san. I'm not Okabe-san. I'm sorry, Kyoma-san. But what should I? The exorcism. Hurry. Just do it. Like I taught you. Okay. With a serious look on his face, Lukaku grabs the Unusar with both hands as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well. His face is red, and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something, but he's hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward. Amateur. Please, Luca, expel this spirit from me. I don't want to kill you. Lukaku starts crying. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukaku's managed to work up his resolve. Hear me, evil spirit. He raises his onusa up high, shaking it left and right. Please, leave from Okabe. I mean, Kiyoma-san. That's great. Now, strike my arm with those zigzags. Hey. The tip of Onusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of cicadas. Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trampling in my arm has stopped. I'm okay. Looks like you drove away the spirit. Good job, Lukaku. Lukaku sighs in relief and blushes. I'm glad I was able to help. His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. Fucking weird, man. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the Bronze Tube workshop for repairs. Daru and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down to the narrow staircase by myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I managed. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the settling sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. The 42-inch CRT television. It doesn't seem like something you could get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming more the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT. Oh damn, you're buff, man. Yo, what's up, Okabe? Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. Damn! Wow, such a cool guy to be working at all this stuff. He's the workshop's manager, actually the owner of this whole building. Tennoji Yugo. Yeah, Tennoji Yugo. I call him Mr. Braun. It's a fitting name for someone who loves brawn tubes. What's up? That TV you gave me broke. That's what? I bet you were treating it rough, weren't you? I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter. Love! You gotta treat them with love. Muscle-bound bold guy talking about love. It sends shivers down to my spine. I'll need repairs. Post haste. Man, why do you always talk like that? Mr. Braun begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it is just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. There are the CTR screens everywhere. Seems like I got an email. Let's look at the email from Mayuri. I didn't want any of the other Gero froggies, but I did want Fatty. But now that I think about it, it wasn't actually really cute. Actually, it was kind of weird looking. I wonder why I wanted one so bad. Hey, I just realized Fatty looks kinda like Daru-kun. No comment on Daru's face, you know. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Maybe I need to take that back. Let's not make assumption now. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they're all functional according to Mr. Braun. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screen and HD CTRs that came out just before LCDs took the market. You're open late today. Don't you usually close around 7? The crowds in Akiba thin quickly at night. All the major electronics stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was a simply lie, the town goes silent. I'm expecting someone. Ooh, you mean that chipmunk of yours? Don't be calling my little girl a chipmunk. You hear? The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It's a picture of a young girl, shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man is to be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter, about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs. Or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and again. What was her name again? If you touch Nae, you're dead. Ah, that's it, Nae. A rare name that means to break. She pops out at the store now and again, so we have interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one Nae gets along with. Nae always hides when she sees me or Daru. Well, kinda, cause you guys are pretty sus, you know, at least, you know, especially when you're near a little girl like that. I must admit, I'm impressed that she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. It wasn't a madness, I assure you. Mr. Braun makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Once again shivers down to my spine. But seriously, beside your daughter, has this workshop ever had a customer? I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if this place were actually making any money. Ain't a customer. He puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer. There's probably just a loose solder on the board. I can fix it. Really? Well, then by all means. Hold on. I'll get you an estimate. What? You're charging me? What did you think? This ain't some charity. You're the one gave us the TV. Yo, so what? Never said I service it for free? Curse you. You have some gall to say that after foisting a half-broken piece of junk onto us. Shut up, man. If you don't want it, you can take it back. Though I will have to charge you for its safe disposal. I can take it back, sorry. Extortion! You dare cheat the man who very well may change the future of mankind? Huh? Who's that now? Me, of course. Who else? Brush your teeth and go to sleep, kid. You've got some nerve to be talking back when I'm letting you rent the second floor for next to nothing. You shall have your money, Mr. Braun. In the end, I'm no match for him, but of course. Just then, I hear the door open. I look up to see that a girl has entered the store. This is the daughter. What the hell? She's wearing a vintage jacket and a tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figures. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. What's up? Yo. Suddenly time stops. It feels like someone activated Zawarudo. The girl is still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for, seriously? Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say his girlfriend? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. I called earlier. Amane. And just like that, time starts moving again. What? Oh, you're the kid for the job interview. I'm Tennoji, the manager. A job interview? This young woman? You want to work at this dull, dirty, depressing, debt-ridden prawn tube workshop with this filthy old manager? You want an extra 1,000 yen added to your rent? My words are but the truth, though I suppose it is not my place to get involved. Anyway, I had no idea the Brawn Tube Workshop was hiring. You always look so free. I didn't know you needed the help. Actually, I'm the one who begged for the job. The girl looks a little embarrassed. The boss refused at first, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. That's honestly surprising. Kids with drive are rare these days. Take a seat right there, young lady. Oh, thank you. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around for a bit longer. Is anyone still watching this chat? I'm going to end this chat and end this stream after this scene, I guess. It's getting quite late. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview? In contrast to how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she didn't seem so enthusiastic. Right. What was your name again? Amane Suzuha. Age? 18. Same as me. Student? Oh no. She shakes her head. Why do you want to work here? Because I love CRTs. Hired? You start tomorrow. Bruh, seriously? Just because you love CRT? Damn, son. Wait, what? Is this some sort of joke? Are we on camera? Thanks, boss. Amane Suzuha finally seems to relax. Then she looks at me. Who are you? You dare to ask my name? Banish the thought from your head, girl. To learn it would place your life in jeopardy. Countless women have learned my name only to find themselves target of the organization. Sarah in America, Claudia in Italy, Simeon in France. I won't put anyone else in danger. Oi! Stop pulling that things out of your ass. He doesn't understand my pain. This idiot rents the second floor. Name's Okabe Rintaro. My name is not Okabe. It's Hoin. Credit. Or I raise your rent. I'm Okabe Rintaro. The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression. I don't know anything about this organization that's after you, but if you are ever in trouble, Okabe Rintaro, let me know. I can help with stuff like that. Huh? Stuff like what? If necessary, I can hurt them so bad they will never bother you again. Mr. Brown. I don't think you should hire her. Girl, she might be a wild one. I'll fire her if she causes any trouble. Anyway, ignore that organization nonsense. It's all in Okabe's head. Oh, it is? You just keep thinking that. But someday the world will kneel before me. Bruh. And then Amane Suzuha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye. So that's the current trend. Thanks for the tip. Trend? I don't think so. That's the next scene. Let's go for one more then. So hard. I was at university this all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. I grabbed an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi's to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check Ad Channel on my phone. I mostly frequent the occult board, the future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. I search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Makise Kuritsu's stepping, but turned up nothing. Seems like I got mail. Let's see. The Kako. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I worry something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much. I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more of that than 3 practice swings with Samidare. Such sad boy. Anyway, I search. What if I can call Lukaku? Let's call him. Oh, I can't. I can't call whenever I want. How unfortunate. Anyway, nothing on the phenomenon, stabbing, whatever, blah blah blah. So were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titor. Wait, John Titor is back? John Titor appeared on an American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have time traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claims started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. Titor also made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. The start of Iraq War and the spread of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, for example. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principle behind his time machine and provided pictures of its operational manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right, but on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted with each other too. That's why to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So after 10 years of silence, the same John Titor is now on a Japanese BBS? Ridiculous, it's obviously a troll. First of all, John Titor is an American, yet now he's posting on Ad Channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at his posts. I don't expect you to believe that I come from the year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know more about the time machine. The time travel technology was developed by CERN. They completed the first time machine in 2034. Time traveler LL. John Titor LL. More details on the time machine, please. Do they sell time machines? How do they cost? I've got about 100 million yen saved. Can you send me one? Sure. CERN has a monopoly. CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one, to say nothing of private citizens. CERN used their time machine for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There's no war, no conflict. However, that is a false peace founded on the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? Why did you come to this time? Was the Akiba satellite crash you're doing? Wait guys, Titor-san doesn't understand A-channel lingo. Let's keep it simple, okay? If you know what I mean. Get a trip code, asshole. I'm here to change my present. In other words, your future. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time we are living in. Everyone is free, but you will lose it all in just 20 short years. It's vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What's the trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. You say only CERN has time machines. You have a time machine. That must mean you are working for CERN. Therefore your goal can't be destroy CERN's dystopia. You're a fraud. What's a dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in just 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga if you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You're trying to play God? If they're promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords. My time machine is prototype reverse engineered stole from CERN technology. Compared to their time machine, its capabilities is quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we'll eat, where we'll live, and whom we'll marry. There's no privacy, no choice. Anyone who dares oppose them is eliminated. There's no trials. In movies and stuff, small changes to the past cause huge changes to the future. We already changed the present by coming here. What happens if you make unexpected changes to the future? Do you even know what CERN is? LOL. OP is a troll. So if we find he's dead and kill him, then this time traveler LMAO will never be born and we won't have to listen to this bullshit, am I right? I want to know if you can meet your past self. Can you have self says? Okay. Weird, but okay. We are talking about the so-called grandfather paradox that has been debunked. This world timeline has divergence of 0.5711024% compared to the world line I came from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not really erase this world line. I would go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research institution that hasn't been changed in 2036. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing will happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you are really a time traveler, then fucking prove it. Post time machine pics or get the fuck off. The many worlds interpretation. Wow, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world. LOL, what? I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I'm only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. A trip code is a way to identify posters. Put hash password after your name. LOL backpedaling. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board practically has no effect on the world line's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, the divergence would change. However, it will only change by about 0.0002%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I will be sure to use this one from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick this up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everybody. Sure, it's fun. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Titers for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Titer wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Titer, that's how I know. The new John Titer is clearly an imposter. There are many Titer fanatics on Ad Channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time traveler as if it were his first appearance. Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Oh shit. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Titer thread archived in English, and there's plenty of Titer blogs in Japanese. I entered John Titer's name into a search engine. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titer's postings on Ad Channel. I can't find a single trace of the Titer from 10 years ago. Bizarre. This just can't be. I searched for information on Titer a few years ago. Back then I got tens and thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I tried searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same result. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization's conspiracy? These past 2 days I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Daru. He'll know about Titer for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Titer before. I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. By the time I dig my phone out of the bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I send him an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By May Queen. He means by May Queen plus Nyan 2. A maid cafe. Daru is a regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too. May Queen plus Nyan 2 is only 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kuramaibashi Dori, take a left at Japan and you'll find it. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radican incident. The area was blocked off from yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But the Radican building still seems off limits, and the entrance shutters are closed shut and sealed with yellow police tape. We are here now at the Akihabara the day after the unexplained satellite crash. The police barricade has been lifted, and a tremendous number of people have gathered here in front of the station. Oh, you're still here? Thanks for staying. The satellite's origins is still under investigation. We are told that it can't be removed until the authorities have more information. According to the police, the satellite does not appear to be dangerous. However, the tourists and local business owners have raised concerns. The media and dozens of cameras have set up outside of the police line, and there are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone at their cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people. Living in Akiba, you get used to the crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. But still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. Today, as always, otaku are shopping for doujinshi, import games, electronics, or whatever strike their fancies. Aside from the scene in Radican, it is the same as any other day. But I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance that was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street, and there, in front of me, a woman holding her phone in front of her face. Chick! What? She took a picture. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. I turned around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points at her phone at some other pedestrian. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene and not just me. And still, I need to have a word with her. The organization is after me, so I can't risk that photos getting out. Wait! What the fuck, why are you talking English? She doesn't turn around. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Wait, is she experiencing the same thing that my character is experiencing before? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English? Oh, George! Hey, you with the phone camera. Wait, please wait. Huh? She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course her phone turns with her. Hey, no picture. Masaka, are you with the organization? She completely ignores my objection. Wait, seems like she doesn't notice me. And then she goes back looking at her phone. Answer my question. Are you with the organization? If she is, then I have to take suitable measure. You're not? Even so, I can't let you keep that picture. The organization will stop at nothing to find my whereabouts. And they'll kill anyone who gets in their way. I need you to delete that picture immediately. Is she even listening? Sorry. Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper. But it's something. If I upset you. She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Or at least I think it's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell. Before you apologize, I need you to delete that photo. I was shooting the scenery. Wait, she's thinking that I'm a ghost, right? She's not seeing anything, right? Her fingers dance across her phone's keys with impressive speed. Exactly the opposite of her annoying slow speech pattern. The scenery? You're a tourist? Or is she's one of the people who came to see the satellite? In that case, why did she pick a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me. It's proof of where I was today. You're a strange lady. Kiryu Moeka. My name. I guess she's introducing herself. That's nice, but I just want her to delete that photo. I have a question for you. May I? She's a time traveler, isn't she? First, the photo. There's an urban legend in Akihabara. Have you heard of it? An urban legend? What is she talking about? Don't tell me there's a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara, and now that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld. Yeah, I've remained in this town for far too long. I need to make plans. Akihabara, you were in such a bad town. I'm glad the Phantom Retro PC. What? Retro PC? Wait, is she John Titor? She replies with a nod, or something like a nod. They say there's one in Akihabara. Oh. Nothing about mad scientists. I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've ever heard about a Phantom Retro PC. Retro PC, you mean like 98? Windows 98, right? That's the first model came to mind. But are 98s really hard to find? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake. Yeah, no, this. She turns her phone towards me. The screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's hard to tell since the picture is monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. It looks kind of familiar. Oh shit. An IBM 5100. My god, she is John Titor. An IBM 5100. That's the computer John Titor tried to get. Her finger twitched, I think. Which she is. You've seen one? No, I've only heard about the name. Coincidence? No. This could be a choice of Steins gate. Know anyone who might know? Daru probably knows more about it. He's my favorite right arm. A super hacker capable of breaking into even MI6 mainframe. MI6 is part. The MI6 part is a slight exaggeration, but if that ever did happen, Man in Black would break down our door and take us away. But the super hacker part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet him at Mayqueen plus Nyan Square? I don't know. Nyan Square, yes, it's square. I don't have the time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know. Well, I'm off, lady. Media scum in moderation. I try to make a smooth exit, one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd. What are you doing? Your email, please. What are you after? The super hacker. I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why Don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she is really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. I'm defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design. I refuse. I'll never give up Daru. I slipped past her and started walking faster. Don't escape, man. I want to know her story. My god. Ugh. I glanced back. She's following me. I pick up the pace, but she's still chasing me. Stop following me. Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is the picture of me that she took. Yay! You still haven't deleted it? Tell me, and I'll delete it. You dare blackmail me? Who do you work for? I attempt to glare her into submission, but her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffective. She hesitated for a second. Work part-time at Arc Rewrite. What's that? An editorial company here in Akihabara. One of those companies that writes articles for magazines? Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work? Wait, you plan on publishing my picture without permission, don't you? The mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice. Very well. I accept your terms. At any rate, as long as she has the photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull out my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to hers, she enters my info with terrifying speed. Of course, this woman is an Esper, a power user. I doubt her power. Shining finger. Her magical thumb can type curse emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. Bruh. She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds. Name? Hyoin Kyoma. Mad scientist. How is it spelled? First Hoenn for Phoenix, then In, and finally Kyoma, which means a horrible truth that must never be revealed. Huh? Ho for Phoenix, and In, and finally Kyoma, which means horrible truth that must be revealed. I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Bruh, wait. Explaining the In part of Hoin would take too long, so I left it out. She enters my name with her head tilted to the side. Like this? Hoin Yoma. What the hell is this? Are you mocking me? She lowers her head a little more. An apologetic bow, I guess. Just hand me your phone. I'll enter it. She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. What does she think I'm going to do? Her reaction is a little bit depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand her phone over, so I asked her for address instead. I'll send her a blank email. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I forgot already, so I enter her as Shining Finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. I don't need to type anything. It's just to give her my name. I already put her in my contacts. Just send a blank email to Shining Finger. She frowns while looking at her own phone. And then she glances in my way. I can feel those eyes clearly saying, hurry up. But I'm hesitant. I'm not sure if it is a good idea to give her my true name. But regardless of how long I hesitate, I don't think she'll let me go until I send her the email. She's sure persistent. Looks like I have no choice but to send the email. Mail sent. We exchange a few words, and then I get away from her as fast as I can. Welcome back, Miaston. Alright. Cool, great. I guess I'll end it here then. That was weird and pretty interesting actually. I'm pretty excited to see what's going on with that girl. So yeah. Let's see, let's save this. Save it somewhere I shouldn't be, but okay. Okay, let's quit. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm ending the stream here. If anyone is watching, still watching, have a great night. Yeah, so thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for all